Hi, welcome to Books and Bocadillos. My name is Maria Andrea. It's late on a Sunday night. We had supper club here at my house tonight, and I wanted to talk about it. So I'm here to tell you all about our supper club and the recipes that we use, the books that inspired those recipes, and so forth. My friend and I have been doing supper club here at my house for the past 3 months. This was our third gathering. We meet the first Sunday of the month. And this month's theme was Filipino food. Um, so the recipes we used, or our menu was Filipino style spaghetti, turon, and adobo cauliflower wings. For dessert, I made ube cookies, and she made a cantaloupe drink with vegan condensed coconut milk. It was really delicious. So the recipes, we got the recipes from a few sources, but one of the sources was this vegan Filipino food pamphlet that is illustrated by Victoria Lee, and it's a publication of the Food Empowerment Project. I ordered this a few years ago when my in real life book club was going to be meeting to discuss this book, Arsenic and Adobo. It's a cozy mystery. We started the series, we read the first book in the series 2 years ago, and we were going to talk about the book and we have a vegan, not a vegan, a Filipino lunch, but it would be vegan because I'm vegan. And so I ordered this, and from here at that time, I made the chicken adobo recipe. And this time around for supper club, my friend made the Filipino style spaghetti in this publication. So basically, it's like the pasta cooked as you would for spaghetti. The meat, it's the tomato sauce mixed in with 12 ounces of tofu crumbled, 6 vegan hot dogs sliced, a little bit of sugar, and 4 to 5 tablespoons of canola oil. So all that is mixed in the tomato sauce. My friend made a like homemade ball, like homemade mold of cheddar cheese, which is delicious. The recipe's from Nora Cooks, but you could also top it with store-bought vegan cheese shreds. It was delicious. And alongside the spaghetti, we had I made turon, and I got the recipe from book 2. Yeah, this is book 2 in the Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery series. So Arsenic and Adobo was book 1, and this is book 2. So I used the recipes in book 2 for tonight's dinner. I used the Lola Flores turon recipe, which is also the turon recipe is also in this one, but I went with this one. I had to substitute the lumpia wrappers for the spring roll wrappers, and this recipe said it was okay. It was a little bit difficult to manage, but I had some really great help, and it took practice. So the first few ones were a little wobbly, wonky, like not very well wrapped. But as we got practice, we got better at wrapping the rolls. And it was fun to make them. I enjoyed them. They have they have they're kind of coated in sugar, but we ended up not not like coating them fully, just sprinkling a little bit of sugar on top. And we used 6 Saba bananas is what the recipe called for. So Saba bananas are the smaller bananas, and some sliced jackfruit. We wrapped up the banana and the jackfruit in the spring roll, and then we coated the banana in brown sugar, and then we filled it with the brown sugared banana and the jackfruit, and then wrapped them and then fried them. And then after frying them, you're supposed to put them back in the fryer with the sugar, but we ended up just sprinkling the brown sugar on top. And I liked it that way. I'm a little bit like, I think sugar can get really hard really fast, and with the heat and the timing, and it was our first time making them, I really worried that the sugar was going to harden and we would have like just a sticky mess. So that's why we opted, just for time purposes and for being our first time, just to sprinkle a little bit of sugar, a little bit of brown sugar on top. And it's really good. It was like a mixture. Well, it says here in the Homicide and Halo Halo book that Filipinos love the combination of salty and sweet. So, and it said you could be creative. We would follow the recipe for the turon, but we did use the turon as kind of like a side to the spaghetti. And that mixture of like savory and sweet was really actually satisfying. And I also made Tita Rosie's grilled adobo chicken wings. So instead of chicken, I used cauliflower. I love making cauliflower wings. It's one of my go-to, my staple foods that I'm kind of known for. I think I've I've built up a reputation that whenever I'm invited to things like a Super Bowl party or something like that, I end up taking the cauliflower wings. And they've been a hit. It's been good. So I used the recipe for the adobo and just coated the cauliflower florets in the adobo sauce. And I baked them. It gave you the option to grill or bake, and I opted for baking them in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So those are the recipes that I used from the Homicide and Halo Halo. They were really good, really easy to follow. So if you have this book and you've read it, try out the recipes. Or have you tried out the recipes? Let me know if you have and what other recipes you've tried. I am really curious about the Halo Halo ice candy. I haven't tried that yet because it does look a little bit complicated. And then I also really want to try the latte, Adina's Bruja number one, aka the Lila special. That is one I really want to try. So, have you tried it? Let me know. I'd love to know. I love this series. So, book one has been my favorite. Book two was just a really close second. Book three was not as exciting as I had hoped. It was very exciting, actually. There was a lot going on. It was very plot driven, but I actually wanted more of like the the romantic tension that is building up in the first two books. And the third one kind of goes a different direction, and you're kind of like, okay. I'm really excited to read book four, Murder in Mayman. I have it on my shelf over there, and I'll probably try to get to it this month just to complement my reading with my cooking. And then for dessert, I went ahead and I encored my favorite cookie recipe ever is in this book, Arsenic and Adobo. So I've talked about it several times here on BookTube, and it is Lila's ube crinkles recipe. I think I did post a recipe, my veganized version of the recipe, in a previous video. I think the one about the silent party that I hosted last year. I'll try to link the video in the cards or in the whatever this is called up here. um, and so the ube cookies were always been a hit. I love them. Every time I make them, they're so yummy. So I made them and I actually wanted to share them with you. So this is what they look like. They are purple, like this bright purple, and it's the flavoring, the ube flavoring. Oh, my mouth is watering. These are the last two that were left. My friend took a dozen. I think I got like 2 dozen from the batch, and she took a dozen, and then no, it wasn't quite 2 dozen. It was like a dozen and some. She took a dozen, and then we were left with a half a dozen. We had eaten some during our dessert, and then my husband came down, and as I was trying to clean up the kitchen, I look and there's 6, and then I turn around and there's 5, and then I go and do something and come back and there's 4, and then 3, and then there's these 2 left. And I thought, no, like I really need to film this video, and this is why I'm up on a Sunday night filming this, because I wanted to show you what they look like. Um, okay, my mouth is gonna water. I've already like done all the foodie things, but I've already tried them. But I want you to see just how yummy they are. They like are super soft and chewy on the inside, and just n- not too like. I don't know if you can see the texture. They were so delicious. Sorry for all the chewing and sipping noises, but I just wanted to share them with you.